Looks like Heim is able to teleport out, so Heim's probably gone from this team fight. Now it's just Merlin and the Sobek. Merlin has a great blink, Sobek has a good knockup. We're pretty weak, so we're going to fall back. We do have our ultimate, we're going to go in. We get the execution onto the Sobek, and we get the line attack onto the Merlin. What do, Scooby-Doo, it's your boy SeanyB Gaming, and today we have a viewer request to play Thanatos in solo lane. If you are new to the channel, I upload 6 to 7 times a week. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right and what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If you are a returning viewer, solo lane received a lot of changes since the mid-season patch. It seems like they really tried to remove the sustain from solo lane. Now Thanatos has the opportunity to shine outside of jungle, and he can shine in solo lane. So let's go ahead and review Thanatos' kit. Thanatos' 1 is going to be a line attack. This ability is going to slow enemies by 20%. It is also going to deal bonus damage to 10% of the god's maximum HP. Thanatos' 2 is going to increase his movement speed, and it's also going to make him immune to slows. This ability is also going to give Thanatos some penetration. At level 1, it is 15 penetration. At level 5, it is 35 penetration. The most penetration you can have, or the cap for penetration as a physical character, is 50. So being able to activate your 2 at level 5 is 35. If you were to get 15 more penetration, you would reach the maximum for penetration. Thanatos' 3 is a cone attack that is going to silence enemies. Thanatos' ult, he's going to fly up into the sky, and then he has the option to land. Whenever he lands on an enemy, it is going to stun them. If they are below the execution threshold, Thanatos' ultimate is going to execute him. Thanatos' passive, enemy gods within his ultimate's execute health threshold are revealed to Thanatos. Dealing a killing blow to an enemy is going to heal Thanatos based on the target's maximum HP, and it's also going to reduce his cooldown by 5 seconds. Additionally, anytime Thanatos uses an ability, it's going to cost him health and mana. So whenever you kill an enemy god, you're going to get 20% of the target's max HP, and whenever you kill a minion, you're going to gain 10% of the target's max HP. So let's go ahead and get into the game. So let's go ahead and review the build. Going over the build, we made a bit of a gamble. Taking a look at the enemy team composition, they have 2 mages, a hunter, an assassin, and a guardian. So I made the bet that one of the mages was going to end up in solo lane. For my start, I went with the Warrior's Blessing, and I went into the tier 1 of the Runic shield. If I were going against a physical matchup and I went with this start, I would be at a huge disadvantage. If I wanted to not really bet and play it safe, I would go into Warrior's Blessing, the tier 1 boots, and then get a health chalice. But we gambled a little bit, and we got pretty lucky, or the bet paid off. We're going to go ahead and work on clearing this minion wave. One thing to note about Thanatos is that he has an attack chain. It is single attack, AoE attack, meaning that you want to use your 3rd hit to hit a group of minions. We're going to go ahead and use our 1 on the minion wave, heal up a little bit, and that's kind of the beautiful thing about Thanatos solo. If we can get tanky enough, we can just keep healing off of our 1 on the minion wave. If you have mana with Thanatos, you have a means of reaching 100% health. You just gotta keep landing your 1s, and each time you kill a minion, you're also going to be receiving a small heal. We use our 1 to get some health back. It'd be super nice to hit Nuwa with our 1 every single time, but if we were to miss Nuwa and not get our heal, that would put us at a disadvantage. So the safe thing is to heal off the minion waves. The super safe thing is if you aim for Nuwa, but if she dodges, you hit a minion. That way you're at least getting a shot off at her. Set is going to rotate over. We're going to go ahead and ignore our minions, use our 2 to get increased movement speed, come in, apply a silence. We miss our line attack, but we're able to get the basic and get a pick. Set made a great rotation, probably would not have been able to get the Nuwa this early without Set's help. We go ahead and use our 1, heal up off the minion wave, use our 3, and we're pretty much full health. Nuwa is using her teleport, so that will be down for about 3 minutes. We use our 1, but it gets caught on the minion from Nuwa. Trying to avoid all the damage. We do have our 1, we get the 1 off onto the Nuwa. We get our 3 off onto the Nuwa, we get some basics off. We're going to go ahead and ult. Nuwa ults, we're going to go ahead and run away. We probably could have just gone straight up and then tried to land on the Nuwa, but we play it safe and fall back. We have enough money for Runic Shield, so we're going to go ahead and pick up Runic Shield, teleport back to the lane, pick up some health potions as we're teleporting. Now that we have Runic Shield, we are reducing Nuwa's magical power, plus we also have some magical protections of our own.
Okay.
Oh, good for this Nuwa, she got out. I'm just going to keep focusing on the minion wave, or else they're going to walk under tower. So right now, I believe the minions might actually be doing more damage to me than the Nuwa. Runic Shield is huge, and it puts a huge handicap onto enemy magic solo laners.
An enemy has been slain.
1, 2, AoE.
Double kill.
1, 2, and it's over.
Great.
Our blue is respawning. We're going to go ahead and make our way to the blue. Set is all the way over in right lane. If he was near his speed, we'd wait for him. But it does not look like he's going to make it to us in time, so we're going to go ahead and pick up our own blue. In terms of the leveling order, we're going to be maxing out our 1 first, and then we're going to be putting some points into our 2, and then we're going to max out our 3 finally. At level 1, I had a point into my 3 because I wanted to be able to deal damage to the entire minion wave. If you were to just put a point into your 1 at level 1, you really would only be able to damage 1 minion. With your ability, you could always basic attack. So we're going to activate the 2, get the increased penetration, use our 3 on the wave for some bonus damage. Nuwa gets the stun off, we miss our 1, we're able to get it with the 3. Even though we can't really follow up, we are going to keep trying to poke her out. I don't think she has any lifesteal, or at least not any built-in lifesteal like we do. We're going to use the 2, get the increased movement speed and the additional penetration. We get a cleave off onto the Nuwa. Set's coming in, so I want to back up just a little bit. Use my 2, we're going to keep pushing with this set. Our 1 hits one of the minions, so we're going to fall back. Nuwa misses her stun. We're going to heal up off the minion wave from our 1. Wiggle around a little bit, we take some damage. That's pretty much Nuwa's full kit. We're going to keep fighting into her, but also dealing damage to the minions. We have our 2-1 combo. We miss our 1, so we're going to fall back. If we would have gotten the lifesteal off, we definitely would have kept pushing that Nuwa, but since we missed our 1, we're going to fall back. Heal off the minions. Just taking it super slow. Set is rotating over, so we're going to go ahead and ult up. 35 health. We come down, we get our 1 off, we get the heal. We kind of fall back, let Set try to clean it up. Set does not clean it up, so we're going to come in. We use our 3, and we're able to get the pick. So right there, after we landed on them, got our heal off, we wanted to fall back just in case Nuwa had the damage to get us. We thought maybe Set would be able to clean it up, but Nuwa ults, giving us enough time to evaluate how much health we really got from our heal. With Nuwa gone, we're just going to keep clearing the wave. We might proxy the wave. I don't believe her... Nope, never mind. Her teleport is definitely up. 2, get the bonus penetration before using the 3 on the wave. We heal off the minion, we're going to move. Looks like we're just going to back. We do have our teleport and we have enough money for the Warrior Tabi. So we're going to pick up Warrior Tabi, buy 2 potions, and teleport back to lane. It would have been a lot faster, not a lot faster, it would have been a little bit faster to teleport and then buy the potions while I was teleporting. But it doesn't look like we missed any minions for it. Nual uses her minions. Looks like she did not really get any of the wave. We use our 1 on her, get some basics. We're gonna go ahead and ult. A swing and a miss, but we still have the damage.
You've only just begun, haven't you?
So that little red marker that appeared on Nual, that is Thanatos' execution marker. So Nual fell below a certain health threshold. If I were to land on her with my ultimate, she would just immediately go down. I would regain some health and reduce my protections by, or not my protections, my cooldowns by 5. We're going to go ahead and proxy this wave in between the tier 1 and tier 2 tower. That's going to buy us enough time to rotate mid. We do not have our ultimate for this fight. The combo in mid is Merlin Sobek, which are both magical, and we have Runic Shield, so this is an excellent fight for us, even though it's a 2v1. We missed everything though, so we're going to fall back. We're kind of evaluating the situation, waiting to see if Merlin oversteps. Sobek is still chasing us. Sobek missed his pluck. We throw our 1, we get a little bit of a heal, we get a silence. We're going to try to avoid all of that damage. We're going to pop a health potion, and we're just going to rotate back to solo lane. We have a wave under tower, so we are missing some XP. We just stayed a little too long in mid. They saw me coming, they backed off, and then I kind of engaged a little too long.
Okay. Farewell.
Nual's got some attack speed on her. Probably going Ring of Akade. So now she probably does have a little bit of lifesteal. We get our silence off, we get our 1 off, but I believe it catches a minion, not the Nual. Our blue buff is up. Nual was going to clear the wave before me, so we're going to fall back so we can heal off the minions. Nual used her minions, so we're going to push her while her minions are chasing us. We're going to go ahead and ult, but Set is able to clean it up. It's going to land back down on the minions. Their Set comes in, we get the silence onto him. He's sticking to us. We're going to fall back just a little bit. We have activated our 2. It looks like our Set is going to be able to push off their Set. So we're going to make our way to the blue buff, heal up off of him. So that heart pulsing, that means that somebody's within execution threshold. It's trying to get me to go after this Set. We do have a pretty penny in the pocket, and we also have our teleport, so we're probably going to be backing here pretty soon.
You've only just begun, haven't you? Our allies are in trouble.
Nual is missing left. So we're just going to keep hanging out here until we can proxy a wave. Once we proxy a wave, then we're going to go for either an enemy camp or rotate mid. We might even back. Looks like we're just going to back right here. Nual is nearby, so we're going to activate our 2, get that bonus movement speed, and just fall back. She shouldn't be able to keep up with me since I have the bonus movement speed. Nual does not have any other than standing in her fog. We're going to pick up Void Shield. Void Shield is going to cover our physical defense needs, and it's also going to help us deal some offense. It's going to give us a little bit of power, a little bit of physical protections, and it's also going to reduce the enemy's physical protections by 15%. So the flat pen cap and the percentage pen cap are different. So for flat pen, you can have up to 50 flat pen. For percentage pen, you can have up to 40% physical penetration. Physical percent penetration.
Okay.
We are getting popped. We get our line attack off onto the new wall, get a bit of a heal. We're going to activate our 2. We do not want to get hit by this Sobek ult, so we're going to fall back under tower.
Attack left lane. Okay.
Sylvanas says attacks the left lane. Looks like the reinforcements are inbound. We're going to try to stick to this new wall. Looks like she's going to get out. We get our line attack off onto the Sobek, do a decent amount of his health. We're going to go ahead and ult. We land in on the new wall. We get a line attack off onto the Aang. Poseidon's able to clean up. We're going to stick to the set. He dashes away. I'm still going to chase him. I give up on chasing him, so I'm going to clear this minion wave, heal off of them a little bit. Set gets 1, Set gets 2, Set gets 3. Totally made a mistake there. Should have been sticking with my team instead of chasing this Sobek. Just waiting for cooldowns, really. We dash him. He uses his 3 to escape, but we kind of predicted that, so we're just going to crash onto his minion. So right now, we know that nobody's left, nobody's really mid, so their jungle is open for us. We're going to go ahead and clean this up. Sylvanas says, LOL, we can win if we didn't chase that Sobek. And I said, oops, sorry. And he says, all good. So like, by no means was Sylvanas being mean right there. He was just pointing something out. And I acknowledged it and was like, yeah, my bad. We get our line attack off, and the wall's health is gone. We're going to keep pushing her. She's actually doing some scary levels of damage and might be able to get me, so I'm going to fall back.
Retreat left lane. Retreat left lane.
With Thanatos, because you can heal so much, you don't have to force the fights. You can always fall back, heal up, and then try to poke them out again. We're going to go ahead and ult because we missed our 1.
On my way.
Sobek also rotated over, so it was kind of just convenient that we ulted right there. We're going to pick up our blue buff. We're going to pop our health potion, and now we're looking to just regen before fighting anything right here. Set goes in super deep. We're going to provide support just by being near him, so whenever he runs away, we can kind of cover him. He makes it out nice and safe. Sylvanas is rotating in. We're going to activate our 2. We now have the 35 bonus penetration. Set is on us. We get to pick onto the new one. We're going to use our 2 to fall back to avoid the set. We get a line attack off onto the Sobek. It heals us up a little bit. We use our 3, get the silence onto the Sobek. Sobek's doing some decent damage. We're going to try to fall back here. Looks like we are out. Oh no. Are we gonna get greedy for it? We are. Oh, this is a shame. We gotta go for the Merlin. He's got a blank. He blanks. We teleport, but he just walks out. A swing and a miss. And then he Aegises our 3. We almost get out, but sets 3. Does some damage. So right there, whenever we ulted into the 3 people, it was kind of on the assumption that we were going to get the Aang, get a little bit of a heal, and reduce our cooldowns. Unfortunately, I choked my ultimate yet again, but that's alright, we're still doing really well. Just imagine where we would be at if we did hit our ultimates. The Shield of Regrowth does not have any fantastic stats on it. It does provide you a little bit of cooldown, some health. The cool thing about this item is that whenever you heal from an ability, you're going to get increased movement speed. So with Thanatos, whenever he lands his 1 on either a camp, a minion, or an enemy god, he's going to get increased movement speed. That, with his 2, you're really going to be able to zoom around. You're going to be able to pick the backline, find the ways to the backline, and then get high pressure onto them. After going into the Shield of Regrowth, we're going to be going into Serrated Edge. Serrated Edge just sounds like it'd be fantastic on Thanatos. You use your 2, followed by your 1, you run up and silence them, and then you're just trying to basic attack them. Serrated Edge has a lot of good stats, a little bit of power, a little bit of lifesteal. It has 20% physical penetration. So right now, whenever we activate our 2, we have 35 flat pen, we have minus 15% penetration from our Void Shield, and now we're going to be dealing an additional 20% from our Serrated Edge. So we're at 35 flat pen and 30% physical percent penetration. So we got a lot of pen without really building into any penetration items. Serrated Edge is kind of a penetration item, same with Void Shield, but you know what I mean. We didn't buy anything on the offensive tree that had penetration.
Enemy missing left. On my way.
We clear the wave. We know there's a bit of a team fight going on in left. Oleron seems really far pushed up. I think Spawn is rotated in to try to help. We get the line attack off onto Set. He pops his shell, so we're going to fall back.
You've only just begun, haven't
We
you?
do have our ultimate, but nobody's really within the execution threshold. We get the silence. We get a line attack off. Set is super weak. We can go ahead and ult him. We land an ult this game. We use our 1, Merlin blinks, a good blink by him. We're going to fall back because we're starting to take too much damage. We do want to heal off this minion. We use our 1 on it. We use our 3. We're sticking to this new wall, trying to get some basics off. Unfortunately we miss. We take some damage from Merlin. We're going to keep falling back. Set's able to get a pick.
Oh, yeah.
Sylvanas goes down. We get the silence onto the Heim right as he's channeling his 2. We get yeeted into space, but it looks like Set's rotating in to help us. We take some damage, we pop our shell. Set's able to get the pick onto the Heimdall. Sobek and Merlin versus us 2. Set goes in super deep. We're going to come in behind. We miss our silence onto the Sobek. Set's able to get the pick. Now we're going to try to make sure that Set can get out. We have an amazing step in front of Sobek, so we get plucked instead of the Set. We use our 1 to heal off the speed. We could probably take the speed, but we really just kind of want to fall back. Oleron is very far up, pushing into the tower. There's 3 people on him.
Yes.
We use our line attack, we use our stun. We're pretty weak. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. We miss our ultimate. We get hit by a new ult, so we're going to use our 2 and just fall back.
Attack.
Oleron is a little far pushed up. We have enough money for our Serrated Edge. We got 2 wards that we've been holding on to all game. We're letting them charge up in our pockets before placing them. Just kidding. It's the terrible habit I have of buying wards but never placing them. We clean up left. We're going to go ahead and take our blue. As long as we have mana, we have a way to get all of our health back. Our team is able to get the Gold Fury, so all is looking good. We're up about 3,000 in gold, up about 3 kills.
Group up.
We don't have to respect you, new wall. We're just going to come in and do our damage.
Group up. Attack fire.
Runic Shield is an amazing thing. I feel bad for magical characters that have to fight into it whenever it's the first item right away. Just negates a lot of your damage. If Nuwa does get us weak, we're super fast, we can run away, we can always heal back up. We have a lot of options when dealing with her. We're going to leave Pyromancer to the team. Unfortunately, the enemy team secures it. Maybe we should have stuck onto the Pyromancer. Trying to get this Merlin. Merlin's able to get away. We are pretty weak right now. We're going to use our 2. Get our silence off onto the Nuwa. We hit the line attack and we're able to get the pick. We get knocked back by Sobek. He's our 3, but he's in his ultimate. We do have our ultimate. Merlin is nearby. Looks like Heim is able to teleport out. So Heim's probably gone from this team fight. Now it's just Merlin and the Sobek. Merlin has a great blink. Sobek has a good knockup. We're pretty weak, so we're going to fall back. We do have our ultimate. We're going to go in. We get the execution onto the Sobek, and we get the line attack onto the Merlin. Now it's time to clean up this left tower. We could probably just tank this. Never mind, Set's here. We're gonna fall back.
Your right tower has been destroyed.
We can just sneeze on the tower in mid, and that'll go down. Newell's on us, so we're gonna come in and try to help. We get our line attack off. She's super weak. She uses her ultimate. We miss our 3. Set rotates in, and we just get chunked. I was not expecting that amount of damage. And Set is able to get the pick.
I was in checks.
I think he even laughed on me.
That is just too bad.
So after Serrated Edge, we're gonna go ahead and pick up the Sledge. It's a little late in the game for Sledge, and I feel like our flex item, per se, was probably the Shield of Regrowth. The Sledge is going to be helpful, but we don't have any super expensive items, I should say. All of our items are kind of on the cheap shot side. So once we sell our boots and pick up our last item, quote unquote, we are actually going to take another pass at all of our items. So Runic Shield is very strong in the early and mid game, but late game it does not have as much of an impact. So we would probably sell that and go into some more pure magical defense. Genji's Guard, the Bulwark of Hope. Jeez, I haven't bought that item in a long time. But we would sell some of our cheaper, not as effective items, or early game items for some late game items. Set is very weak, but there's 4 people in front. We get a line attack off onto the Heimdall. We get plugged. Things are immediately starting to look pretty bad. We're gonna go ahead and ult. Sobek was within execution threshold, but he healed, so we're gonna fall back. We need to hit our line attack on someone. Newell ult, we definitely need to hit our line attack, but luckily she does not do enough damage. We miss our line attack, so we're gonna start falling back. We're gonna heal off this minion wave. Not minion wave, jeez. The jungle camp. They are on Fire Giant. Newell is left alone. We might be able to get the pick on her. We use her too. We heal off of her minions, which is unfortunate. If we would have gotten the pick on her, we probably would have gotten her. Enemy team got the Fire Giant. Oleron should be able to rotate in and clean up the Newell. He does just that. We're going to heal up off this camp before engaging on the fire. Our ultimate is down for another 30 seconds, so we can't ult in.
Attack!
So, it looks like there's a little bit of tension between the Sylvanas and the Oleron. Oleron gets yeeted into space, and he is kind of up there by himself. So we are able to get the Primal Fury. Our teammates are bickering, which is not a great sign. We're gonna go ahead and drop the red buff. They do have fire from Fire Giant, so we are going to be kind of defending here. I feel like nothing that the Sylvanas has said really warrants a large reaction. He just said, retreat a bunch. The guy said, oh, I didn't hear you. He said, you're literally throwing the game. And then he says, we all need to defend. I feel like if he would have said, if you would have taken the you out of it, it's been like, oh, pull back. We need to group up. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. They're bickering. It's not my business to try to interpret how other people interpret things.
Defend the right lane. Right lane.
But Oleron's no longer moving. That's kind of what I was getting at.
Ultimate is ready.
Sylvanas made Oleron not have a good time, even though I don't think Sylvanas said anything that drastic.
They were warned.
We get yeeted into space. We come back down, and Set is there. Set is doing some great damage on us.
An enemy has been slain.
Our teams traded out. Now it's just the Sylvanas. Never mind, we did not trade out.
An ally has left the game.
And he left, and I think the surrender is not far. Yep, that's going to be the end of this game. Super unfortunate. I would have liked to keep going, even though it was a 4v5. Well, if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. The stats for this game will be posted in just a second. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.